What is up, everyone? We have another bonus edition of Backseat Gaming with Teddy.
Bounce edition. We got the Beast, we got the Falcon, and we got a motley crew all in between. This used to be the absolute heyday of the meta. Now it is rare enough that it's not even appearing on untapped.gg, but I think that it's being slept on right now, Brad. So I'm actually loving that we're covering it because we got old Angela back and we got Elsa kind of back. How are you feeling on Bounce right now in the meta?
So Bounce is like one of those decks, like even when it was in its heyday, when you had the 2-cost monkey, when it was a 2-0, I would play it, and I just like, it never really scratched the itch for me. I will say, this is a deck that has one of the highest skill ceilings in the entire game, and that is still true, even with Hitmonkey at 3 and stuff like that. You have great power output. Bast is incredible with a lot of your cards. Pretty much Bast only goes up for pretty much everything, literally everything in the deck. It only goes up or stays at 3 on Falcon, I guess.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So I love the deck. I think it's fun to play. I've found a newfound appreciation for it as we've kind of gone along. I've seen less of it on ladder. But yeah, it's just fun. It's just a fun deck, and one that people really have taken a liking to. I think the top 3 like driven decks of like fans in the game are Destroy, Discard, and then I think Bounce is like right there with them, of like just dedicated players of that. Like I only play Bounce.
The one tricks are like they're core on those, and I think that it's really interesting. It's one of those really high skill ceiling decks because there's so many different branching paths of what you set up early as your engine cards, and then how you're choosing to play out those final turns. If you're looking at Hitmonkey being a huge point generator, Iron Man, or just the energy efficiency on Beast, Falcon, returning Bishop, you can be very creative around locations as well with that trick party box in Nico. So it's a very high skill ceiling deck. Right now I see it as just a little off meta, but I think it can compete right there. We're right around rank 500 on ladder, so we're going to be seeing the real matchups, and we're going to break it down for you guys.
Yep, and while you get into the first game, we're loading in. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the rundown on how you can see this content early. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's because it's gone up a little bit after being on Patreon. These start as Patreon exclusive bonus episodes. You can go to patreon.com/can'tstopsnapping, link in the description, and you can become a member, support the show, and see extra content like episodes early and stuff like this. We see Jotunheim, and that's cool because we can just not care about it and drop a big Hitmonkey on the last turn, because that's like usually the main MO for people playing Jotunheim is play Tall Thing. We have Tall Thing.
Exactly. That's one of the flexibilities and powers of Bounce, is you are able to adapt and reposition so much power throughout the game, either through a late turn Beast, Falcon, or just Kitty that you've been stacking up. We did have the Nico spell to copy a card. You like seeing that later on if you could get it on a Hitmonkey or a Kitty. Turn 1, I wasn't too happy with it, so we just developed the 1 point on Kitty and wanted to find more locations. I also didn't like playing Angela or Raptors with that location being so filled up, so now we're in a point race at Hala.
I actually so I love playing aggressively on Hala. It's my favorite part of any game when I see it. I love just telling my opponent, try me on this, I will beat it. And usually,
especially with
people just dodge it entirely.
Yeah.
Now,
I think that if you come in early, you can often bully people away. We do have a Falcon return on the Nico, which is a huge point generator for us.
Right.
And this is like the all-star.
Oh my God.
This is snappable right here.
Right.
They developed Luke Cage, so I hope they stay in. Rank 4,000 opponents. Hala's looking solid for us. Early Elsa will roll into Falcon next turn. Pick up the Raptors. Oh, the Bast on the Raptors. If we could top deck a Bast, that's one of the most fun plays that I ever get to see.
Now, one thing that I think is an interesting component of any deck that features Nico, not just Bounce, is to see Wong come down. This is probably looking like Toxic Surfer, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
So I fully expect to see a Sarah come down right now. But Nico is a card that I see very often in Destroy decks, in Phoenix Force, in Bounce. People tend to force her when like they feel like it's an offer they can't refuse. And I think,
do you think Bishop actually has something for us here?
Well, you can go Bishop, and then it's just, I guess Falcon picks up the Raptors. So and Nico. So you go up to 6. We do have another draw.
Here's the thing. I actually don't want bodies on the board if it is Toxic Surfer, right?
Yeah, you're right.
So
the only thing
I
is
think
you're gonna be picking up potentially, if they don't go Sarah, Afflicted Raptors. So hopefully they're going Sarah.
Yeah. We're just anticipating that they will become afflicted
There you
here.
go. Look at that.
At some point,
It's like
so.
we played the game or something, Teddy.
The scary thing is that they're going to have Shadow King on us. But here we dodge initiative.
Yes, that's
Which is exactly what we needed. So we're stacked on this position. They will be able to reset it. But now we get to basically go Monkey, Mysterio, Kitty.
Yeah, that seems like the play. There is... Now, it's worth noting as well that we can fashion the Mysterio mid, for example, put the 4 power there. You'll get the 3 power, or 2 power, I'm sorry, on the clone over on the right. We feel confident that we're far enough up on the right lane where, like, if they commit something there, it has to be either a Shang-Chi, which I doubt they run, and I don't feel like we're in a bad spot.
The Shadow King, it takes me to 0, 3, so it's 6, 6. They have to play something in addition to the Shadow King,
right,
to actually win this lane.
Actually, yeah, you go up 2 from the Angela. They reset.
You have to play multiple stuff, yeah, because the Angela will scale off this Mysterio after the Shadow King comes in. This for 8. Brad, the content, this is our first game. My blood pressure is going up, man. I climbed, you have no idea how hard I was grinding to get into. I was at like 700, 800. I was like, no, we got to be respectable for this Backseat Gaming episode. They're all going to go away. But I like this.
I do
I feel
too.
very strong here.
I agree. The Hitmonkey goes tall enough to where I don't think there's anything on the left lane that's particularly scary for us. Kitty's a good size. We have the the Brood.
Oh, it's just gonna go Brood Surfer.
Rogue
just for nothing,
just for value. But we win
and then the
mid,
double Surfer pop,
and we win
I think
left.
we're gonna lose right. Oh, it's gonna be tight.
No,
we got it. We got it.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah.
Oh,
we put a 5 in the
victory.
right. No, 4. We tie right.
Ah, yes. For some reason, I had like the Elsa 3. We tie right.
Mm-hmm.
No unanimous victory. We tie left. No, they win it because of the Luke.
But we went off different.
And margin of victory is ours.
Close.
Oh,
very close
nice.
game. But it just shows you the output of power that we have that's capable. Angela going to 12, like just nonchalantly, holding their own against a Brood double Surfer lane, which is a lot in its own right. This deck has a really crazy output of power. Now, there are times where if we didn't have that Falcon, Teddy, would you have entertained the idea of even going Mysterio, Hitmonkey on 5 at any point, just to kind of get that kind of power put down and then just slam stats, whatever, on turn 6?
Yes, I like it better though if I have Iron Man, because then it's like Mysterio, Hitmonkey 5, Iron Man, Kitty on 6, which feels pretty good. Especially with, you target it so that the Elsa is giving power to the Iron Man, which is then a double buff for us. So that feels really good. Ooh. Island.
Don't like passing. This is a tough pivot point. Do you take the hit on just passing and then just slamming down like Bishop somewhere on 3 and then going Elsa into Kitty like on 4? We feel a bit underdeveloped. We don't have Hitmonkey in hand, so if it's basically comes down to like
tempo Mysterio when you have Beast.
Yeah, I do too.
That way we don't miss out on Mer Island buffs as well.
Worth noting that the Beast, even if you play it on the left, which is where our real Mysterio is, you do pick up a clone, and we do not get the Mysterio effect again.
Yeah.
So, for those of you curious on that interaction.
Looks like a Silky Move deck, which is definitely a powerful one at the moment. I love Iron Man with the Mer Island. It might just be kind of a value town with very little bouncing from us this match.
Yeah, I think there's a very good chance you could even go Bishop. Like, I kind of like... So hear me out. So I was thinking Bishop mid because we can set up Elsa Kitty and start growing Kitty a bit faster on Muir Island.
True. It is even faster on mid. I was thinking we could do that right, but mid will get the extra buff layer.
Right.
So yeah, getting this in position and then you transition to Iron Man as soon as you can.
Yep.
That goes way over the top. And then you're just worried if they have control. Because this monster is very vulnerable.
Fast.
I think I do this.
Well, if we Bast, we grow the kitty 1. We lose the Elsa hit, but we grow the kitty 1. We set up the Bast in one of the other lanes for a potential Iron Man hit. That lets us pivot away from Muir Island is the other line. It's how much stock do you put in this kitty growing right now versus setting up a better Iron Man right now?
Yeah, I like the Super Iron Man, but I'm kind of already counting Muir Island as a dub for us, whether he's getting the tag or not.
Well, this lets you still commit Kitty Pryde mid and put the Iron Man right on the monsters, for example, to contest this Hope Summers lane.
I'm thinking this is too vulnerable to Shang.
Fair.
So I kind of want to do this. Yeah.
And there's the Shang. This also speaks volumes to how difficult this deck can be playing, because we're talking through like 3 different lines every single turn that are very important pivot points for the match.
Exactly. So here, remember we have the real Mysterio on this position.
Mm-hmm.
That might be where we need Iron Man to land now.
Yeah, because we can still play. Are we throwing right at this point?
I think so.
Because I don't think we can grow the Hit Monkey enough.
I mean, it would have to be Iron Man right if we wanted to contest.
Right.
So I think it's this. And we hope they don't have Shadow King to undo all of our advantage on the
other
Island
possible
scale.
line is going Bast, Kitty, Monkey this turn.
True, and then you just hold the Iron Man,
yeah,
right?
then just go Iron Man, Kitty next turn. That's the other line, depending on...
Because this way we get the Kitty extra buff on Elsa, and it's positioned so that Iron Man could be the one who gets the Elsa buff again to be a 5/5.
Yeah, I kind of like this.
And because they've already put out the Shang, they can't...
Ooh, that actually isn't the worst, because...
It's not the end.
We,
The 5/5 Iron Man, we did it. We called it on the Sandman.
Ooh, Sandman Silky Smooth is spicy. I actually like that.
It's with the ramp on Hope as well, so you could play it in a mid game in the specific matchups. Interesting. So Kitty is a lot, but so is Iron Man. Iron Man is probably more.
Iron Man is
this is
5.
11. Iron Man is technically more.
32 is what we get left.
Yeah, Iron Man's way more.
And unless they Shadow King mid, even if they Shadow King, that we still win mid because we grow.
They can move No, they already moved Nightcrawler because it was on mid.
They just moved
it left preemptively to activate the Miles Morales.
Even if it's like Doctor Doom, we're fine. Magneto. Ooh, Magneto mid is a slight concern.
Is it?
It pulls the Hit Monkey. And then we don't get the
Magneto
buff from
mid to reposition the Hit Monkey. True,
but that, that's
so that's where Kitty would be better?
Right, but I mean, how...
No, Iron Man is... Actually, I don't get the buff from Elsa if it's Magneto mid.
Hit Monkey. But that's like only if they're running Magneto. Which isn't a guarantee, but it's possible because, I mean, the Sandman is already a spicy little interlude here.
I'm going to roll it rather than retreat, but and we're going to play with the Iron Man.
All right.
Being about a wash between Iron Man and Kitty. They play left, that's what we want to see.
We got it. We are up to 32 there.
It's very close. Very close there, man. Very close. By 1.
Hey, look at that. They didn't grow the Red Hulk at all because we played on curve. And it was like we were efficient in our mana. But yeah, that pivot to Hit Monkey on 5, which people don't think about. Everyone always, when they play bounce, like, I got a Hit Monkey on 6. That's the most potential I get for the Hit Monkey. Sometimes just playing him out on 5 and setting up for a different option on 6 is the way to go. And in hindsight, of course, with Sandman, but that worked out to be the right call. Because if we just threw out the Iron Man, we lose that game.
Yes, because then we'd be hanging with just so much back and not able to get that power at 31. So yeah. Ooh, I feel like the bounce is a deck where you more than other decks pick 2 lanes.
Mhm.
and then you just kind of abuse the flexibility to try and throw a fake out on the opponent as to which one you're picking.
Okay,
We'll see if we can make it on White Hot Room here.
I think we can. Black Knight
Interesting.
decks.
Normally when I play a Black Knight deck, I actually don't play Black Knight if I'm going to pick up the Black Cat Blade, but here the opponent
But that
is.
makes me think of like Zabu left and then the Blade on 3. If they're still running, which oddly enough, Teddy, I've seen people still running Zabu in the Black Knight
in this
list.
deck.
Yeah.
Oof. Okay, that's a big oof. But I
agree.
guess they just don't know what to replace it yet. So I think it's like Mysterio into Elsa into Kitty Beast actually,
Right, I agree.
or some
No,
other
I know,
combo
I
there.
agree with that completely.
Because that's the thing, you have to be ready to use Beast even to pick up 3 costs here, and you still do just fine.
Downside is we'll be picking up the real Mysterio, so maybe we actually should have played that Mysterio somewhere else, like on the right, so we pick up a clone.
That's fair. Could also be Bishop, but I think I want... Actually, yeah. It's Bishop into Elsa Kitty.
Yeah, no, I like that.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then we don't pick up the real Mysterio. We can just rescue one of these other
What a beautiful
clones.
pivot. So it looks like there's a very good chance we both get it. I'm trying to think, what does Black... I mean, Black Knight likes to play on curve a lot. Yeah, look at that. Ooh,
It's
the
more
Jubilee.
So we got it before they activated. So they don't have the extra energy.
And
I mean, they
they're
do have
filled.
extra energy with Corvus, but at this point, it's the point-generating race versus a Hela deck.
This random generated Green Goblin is actually nice.
Clutch. It's great.
I would be happy to see that come down. Ooh, we can go... we can Bast as well.
Yep. We go with the Bast. That'll pick up these lads. And then for energy efficiency, I mean, here's the other thing, right, Brad? It's we got the energy, we can use it and abuse it.
Right.
Play Kitty. Play Hit
Monkey.
Monkey.
Bounce.
Bast. Pick up Monkey.
What?
Play Goblin
yeah.
next turn. Because that's still prior to Hela, as far as we would
We can
anticipate.
actually play the Goblin because we're gonna Bast it. We actually play the Goblin left to give us our power. If you want to do that, that's
you're right. You're right. We'll Bast the Goblin and then we'll keep the power.
Right. So I actually like this line. It's fun.
It is funny. Fun and funny, and I snapped
they
that.
discarded their Red Hulk, right?
Yeah, so he's not scaling. It's Red Hulk, Death, Black Cat, Ebony
Yeah,
Blade.
I think you can snap.
Hit Monkey's hitting on 3 other played cards, returning to hand. We'll have a hand of 6, get a top deck, and we'll have these very cheap cards, and then we'll have great energy. We will not get... Ooh, spicy. No Elsa this turn. No, we still get it mid, but not on the Kitty. We want to double Elsa. Great thing about this is we are quite sure they don't run control.
Yeah. So you can still... Let's see. Let's try. We have the real Mysterio left, so that's 4, right? Goblin is 7. Plus, you can actually... I mean, do we have the space to run out Falcon? Or like not space, but like the energy.
Yeah,
we should. We can go...
Because then it's 1, 2, 3,
So that's
4.
10.
Well, we don't have to play you. We can play you instead. So yeah, we can do this.
That's 10.
I guess it's Kitty.
Yeah.
Well, it can be anything because you get the Elsa buff.
Well, we're at 10 right now with those. We'd have to do... We could do the Nico.
Nico will win it as the final
the final card, so we don't change anything to it that hurts us.
Hit Monkey probably needs to go against Magneto.
Yep.
You guys play mid, and you play there.
Let's just double check. 4, 7, 10, 14. That we exactly win left.
Yes.
Assuming for some weird reason they're not running Blue Marvel or something. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Imagine.
I mean, they did get Camp Lehigh, which would create a rando of like a Mr. Fantastic.
Or
Surfer.
I don't think they have any it's either Fantastic or Surfer.
But they're not playing it. They're playing Hela if they're staying in.
Correct. Ooh,
Blade into the Hela. It's a beautiful... Oh. Come on. Mid. Viper mid.
Oh my god, let's go! Oh, dude.
The one space left on the board.
Oh, thank God it didn't send the blade over with the Viper.
True, yeah, we would have picked him back up.
Yeah, we got
Okay,
it.
go on
Looks
bananas.
like we got a little casserole going on here.
Oh, don't say that. It's a unanimous victory. I've never been the casserole supporter.
Aw. I think it's fun. But that was a good game.
My goodness.
Did not get the unanimous victory. We're tied mid, but
if you've been watching up to this point, I am here to inform you that we're not editing the video. We're not cutting out losses in between.
Right.
We are actually 16 cubes up.
Let's go. Yeah, so like the bounce decks are like just they make your brain hurt. I recommend if you ever like enter like a tournament that someone's hosting or whatever, I don't recommend bringing bounce unless you're like ready to burn 2,000 calories of brain power in a sitting.
Yeah, fuel up. Make sure you've got that brain food going. Make sure you're ready to adapt, throw some curveballs. But I do love that it's a deck that has so much early tempo and then so much opportunity to capitalize on, like we saw, the locations that benefit you for filling them up nice and early.
Kitty Bass.
So finally we have Hood and we have Bass nice and early. So I think it's this first.
Right.
Get the buff on the Hood, very important.
Yep, I like that.
The Bass Demon interaction is like nightmarish. That's the true brain breaker.
Right.
Mill. If it is true Mill,
could
I'm
be
gonna be
Loki.
interested how this plays out.
Could be Loki.
Cable can really mean anything, but
do we just Bishop Aunt Maze? Just get the +3 on it? And if it goes left,
so.
that's our tall boy essentially for holding Necrotia.
Even if it goes mid, I'm not too interested in picking Bast up unless I see a top deck Iron Man.
Right. I was thinking it'd be Kitty Hood Beast on like Aunt May's next turn, since that's empty.
We know it'll be clear. This is looking more like Loki.
Yeah. And that's a great spot to contest against the Coulson that move there. I think we can do Elsa next turn because they're gonna be all 0, right?
Yeah, these will all come back
so
free. So it's like gonna be Elsa, Hood, Kitty, and a demon somewhere.
Right.
Very strong.
And if you
holding the Mysterio
if
as
you
well.
drew Hit Monkey, is there ever any consideration to switch to Hit Monkey instead of Elsa to take advantage of the 0 cost stuff?
No, I think I still hold for the Mysterio final turn.
Okay. Well, no, you could actually go Mysterio and Hit Monkey, is what I'm saying, with the 0 cost stuff.
Oh,
like right now.
Like now?
Yeah.
Like right now?
Yeah, like I'm a psychic. I see the future. I'm asking like if there's any concern to actually like to do that, because like what's the alternative? We go Elsa instead. You go Hood. You get another demon. So then you're looking at like playing Elsa, demon, Kitty, Hood, and then next turn it's Mysterio, Hit Monkey, demon, or I guess So that's why
I like using the Mysterio now.
That's kind of why I'm thinking. Yeah.
Is it also left?
Yeah, because we will have double demons. So, okay,
Right.
this is why this works out better to do the Hit Monkey now, because now we can actually play Kitty and both demons next turn with the Elsa.
Yes. And we'll try and put a filler on every.
We can go demon, Kitty, Elsa.
We'll be close to filling on every lane.
Yeah, this is actually really strong.
I think this is a snappable position as well.
I agree.
And we've mapped it out enough. If they choose to back off on what they pulled on Loki, then I'm okay. Just showing this. We know that because they Loki'd, they're not going to get a Shang. They're not going to have a Shadow King. This Loki deck does often have some Cosmos. If they get Iron Man, that'll be very powerful for them.
Well, they make the Kitty a demon.
Solid.
Picking
Beast
it
them all
up.
back.
Okay.
Flexible. They stay flexible.
Stereo.
Oh. What was what was Angela up to? Was she the full 6 there?
No, because the Beast doesn't trigger her.
Beast doesn't trigger, so Angela's at 4.
Right.
On this return.
1, 2, 3, 4, and we have the 4 to play. I think the Kitty has to go left, just because you want to commit the most power you can.
You know what? So this is the pick your lane, right?
Ooh,
Okay.
damn. So
we
maybe
get the easy out there
It
because
could
they
have
potentially
been
had a lot of points.
right.
We could have gone Elsa mid, right, to go double demon, as much power as
We could have
possible
gone
on
Elsa
right.
left, and then go double demon right, Kitty mid.
No, I think that's actually right. Is you go Elsa left because you're so far ahead, they're not
Right.
contesting you.
Mm-hmm.
Elsa left, and then as point slam everywhere else.
I felt really good about that actually.
Yeah.
And just like
Even
crazy
though
power.
we didn't get our dream draw. No Angela early. We've seen very little of Iron Man, but with our mid-game adaptations, we've been able to still get pretty solid, and even some like more turn 5 hit monkey than I was expecting. But it's been the right call, I think, in both games we've shown it.
I agree. And that's another thing. Like again, like I said earlier, you have to be ready to pivot to less than like the ceiling of the deck in terms of like what your plays are. I don't think we're ever going to play the Red Skull, but it's fun to have it just in case. I mean, there could be a world where you go Iron Man on 5, Red Skull, Kitty on 6. Like that's possible.
Again. This one might be where our luck starts to fail us on the Hella. Never mind, we're fine. Red Skull Iron Man, baby. Do I snap this?
Well, what's our hand looking like? So we can go...
Our hand looks like Red Skull Iron Man.
Do we care about the +2s though on Nexus? I guess
no, because we have to double it to get the full force.
Right. So yeah, just keep kidding. Yeah, I guess you could.
For now, we just develop. So it's gonna be Demon, Red Skull, Iron Man, and then whatever the next best thing is.
Probably Kitty, especially if we get an Elsa at some point.
Yeah.
Which would ideally have to be like now.
Show me a 6. Show me an 8.
Rip. Well, we have their death. They have either an Iron Man or Red Skull, though. That is a concern.
I hope it's the Red Skull.
I do too.
Really badly. But maybe they'll discard it, you know?
Right.
So maybe we don't snap now, but he probably set up Demon, right?
Yeah, and just do the Kitty.
Is that the Iron Man? He's snapping on having Iron Man.
Is there, okay. Is there ever any reason to Falcon pick up Hood, play Demon? Like, I know you lose a draw, but do you value... no, we get a draw. We still draw. Yeah, we'll go to 7.
Yeah, because we're not playing the Hood this turn.
Do we have time to
I'm
set
going
up
to accept the
another
snap,
demon?
and we'll see what develops.
There goes
This
the
cuts
death.
death. That was a guarantee for them.
Because now next turn we can go Hood again. Ooh, Angela.
That's nice. That's very nice.
Right.
So now, because of White Palace, the adaptation is Red Skull is very tenuous. If it's Iron Man mid, we cannot Red Skull.
Correct.
But we could go, you know, Angela, Demon, Iron Man, Kitty, basically. And if they are just, you know, prepping a big Hella hand, like even if they run a great Hella combo, then Nexus can invalidate what they're going for. Also, we know that Hella's not going to have location manipulation, so I feel pretty good committing to this.
I do also think that their game plan should be that they're gonna, if they have a turn 5 play, they play it left, and then they play Hella left. They need to fill that lane to make sure that they have the highest chance of Hella stuff going in the mid lane.
True. Yeah. Okay. We know this guy ranked 227 in the world. He's not pulling any punches.
Okay, now hear me out. We don't know for certain if they got our Iron Man, so I'm kind of wondering if we just actually go Elsa and then Demon Kitty, like both mid, act like we're setting up the Iron or the Kitty Pride stuff in case that they haven't seen the Iron Man. Then we just slam Iron Man on the last turn mid.
Yeah, and he's gonna get the Elsa buff.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fewer total points than Red Skull, but I don't. If they have our Iron Man, we cannot Red Skull mid.
Correct. And if
This
they
way,
don't have our
scaling,
Iron
the
Man,
Demon's gonna hold the points rather than the Kitty because I'm not anticipating actually playing Kitty next
right.
turn.
There is something that's
Iron
either
Man?
Iron Man or the Red Skull.
Must be Iron Man. Yeah. Okay.
So we don't
Made
get
the
the
call.
element of surprise. Now, what if we draw Nico here for the location change? Okay, never mind. I was like, oh, that'd be cool.
It would be cool, but I'm not gonna see it here. It's just this.
Left, yeah. Just much power we can.
Oh,
I think
is it? I think is enough.
Yeah, I think it is.
Let's take stock of what he discarded: an Infinite Death Black Cat. So
if they high
if
roll
Infinite
all
goes
of them,
mid,
yeah,
that
no,
goes
just yeah, you're right.
that goes 40. We're gonna be sitting at we're adding 48.
Mm-hmm.
So we actually lose. We beat hella Infinite mid. No, we don't. Basically, if they get Infinite mid, we lose, and I'm okay rolling that. 1 and 3.
They do the hell left, which they should. It's unfortunate they
I actually
have
like
there.
putting that hella on Iron Man.
Yeah, I agree. Because you're already like, oh, it's
What?
Jubilee.
They're fishing for it.
Oh, why are they staying? Of
They
course
got
they
it.
hit it.
Oh,
Infinite goes right. Let's go. Wait. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh man.
I was getting scared there.
I did not do the math for the
the full combo because they got both Death and Black Cat mid.
Yeah. We got there. 3-0, baby.
3-0. We're 4.
4-0. Oh, I can't. Whatever. We've been here for some
4,
amount
5
of
and
games.
What do we want to roll one more? We good with this? We played pretty much all the main meta matchups.
Yeah. And so you'll see in Post Infinite, of course, in the top portion of the ladder.
Yeah, so they were all top players, competitive players. I think we showed every card, got to the board.
Yep.
Multiple play patterns. I'm very happy with, well, obviously I'm astounded at how well Bounce performed. It's just smooth sailing whenever you and me team up, mate.
Yeah. That's what happens when you have the perspective of two people playing.
Build this exact deck, my friends. You will never lose.
You'll have to call up either myself or Teddy to backseat with you to ensure that you have 100% win rate. But
so how can you do this? You join up on the Discord, join up on the Patreon.
Yeah.
Then you get to pick what next deck archetype you want to see us backseat game. If you want advice on how to play something, or if you want to see us just tackle one of your favorite lists, let us know.
Yeah, and of course you can join the Patreon as a free member as well. I don't believe this is going to go out to YouTube in time for this to even make sense of saying, but for those of you that are watching on Patreon at least, or I guess if this somehow goes live prior to next week, next Thursday on the 18th, is that what it is? The 18th?
Yeah.
We are going to be doing a live episode on Patreon, so if you go to Can't Stop Snapping, or patreon.com/can'tstopsnapping and join as a free member, it's going to be live, open to everyone, paid and otherwise. So if you're on the Patreon as it is right now, remember, watch this live episode. It's going to be great. Teddy, send us out.
Don't stop snapping, guys.
Bye, everybody.